shop of Royal Blue Traders, one of the finest mercers and purveyors of fine historical hand sewing supplies here at Pennsic. We're at Pennsic 52, Midnight Madness. It's the nighttime market. We're exploring different shops. We're making connections with artisans and learning a whole bunch about items made in the Middle Ages and used in today's modern medieval living. So let's go on and continue on our journey. If you're tuning into this one, I recommend that you go back and watch the recording of part one and see one of all the amazing things we learned together in the process, and also some of the silliness that we got up to. So let's go onward. Oh, does it? See you later.
Have fun out there.
Okay. Yeah, so here, we do have, there's shops that sell things, accessories, veils and headwear, belts, some of them fantastical, some of them historically based. Some of you may know Arm Street. They have a shop here as well. Midnight Madness is 15% off everything. Their items. And of course, there are very talented musicians who are sitting here working their asses off to bring beautiful music and song to the market.
And there she is being inspiration.
This is Moggy, everyone. He does not just play at medieval fairs, he plays at many other gigs in the DC area mostly, right? Nova, Virginia, Maryland. So yeah, check him out if you're in that area. And he's all over Pennsic every day. So if you'd like some fun music, then absolutely go down to the marketplace and cop a squat and maybe leave some money in the tip jar.
Yes, please. It was upon a last night when cornflakes were funny.
And of course, we have some more exotic sellers. Good evening. Oh my gosh, Sherazad. Oh my gosh, old friends.
Hello.
How goes it? Is that silk? Oh my gosh, it is. It's some silk embroidery yarn.
Yes, that she's getting rid of for $10 a box.
That's insanely cheap.
Yes, so I'm like,
oh my God.
All the colors that my mother will love.
Oh my freaking God. You're no kidding. Wow. So here at Midnight Madness, you can get amazing deals. They are selling off this Turkish embroidery thread. And Turkish embroidery thread, $10 for a box. Oh my God, that's insane. So I guess we're gonna be, he just handed me the credit card, straight up.
Right,
oh my
seriously, 'cause
freaking,
I'm
no
like,
kidding.
I keep looking at all the colors going, oh, my mom will like this
This is
color.
insanely cheap. This is crazy. So yeah, embroidery thread for, I can't even get it this cheaply in Korea where they make it. Wow. Made in India. Wow, this is great. They've got some interesting.
We haven't even reached the other side of the
We
street.
haven't even gotten to the other side of the street yet, everyone.
Yeah.
Are we live on TikTok or are we live on
YouTube.
Very
You
cool.
too. Yep. So many people can never come here,
Right.
and people from across the world. So I try to share this experience with them.
Very cool.
And we've hit a lot of artisans and learned a lot of things. And now they're going to see what it's like to resist spending too much money on good bargains, because
Yep.
you save money by spending money, right? Isn't that how we do it?
or no, well,
Don't
the
let
store,
these
but
boxes go
also
out of your way.
Pennsic.
Wow. Oh, wait. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll come back tomorrow. Okay. Yep. And actually, so I do. So here's the thing, everyone. Something I should warn you about. So at first it said that it was silk. It's not. It's art silk. If you see the word art silk, that's short for artificial silk. Hence why it's so cheap. So that was not silk. But in India, they like to call synthetic silk art silk. Yeah, exactly.
They want a post-Pennsic haul video.
Oh, hello. So welcome to TLC Leathercraft. They are also a dealer of armor and castings products. And so I wanted to actually show you some of these in person, more than just what I have, Good evening, madam. Good evening. Yeah, we did. Yes, you can actually see it in situ. Right, so here are some of their Armor and Castings amazing products covering a range of eras.
Where do you want to start?
Yeah, so we'll start here in the first millennium. Right, so if you were into the Norse era, they have plenty of accessories. And remember that the Norse and the first millennium people, the Jutes, the Angles, the Saxons, they all loved their bling, God knows. And we know for a fact that this style of enameling and metalwork made its way all the way to Korea in the 5th and 6th century, which is crazy. This is Pennsic. Welcome to Pennsic, everyone. We are now looking at Armor and Castings fine products. They've got a massive range of rings from different eras, different styles, different purposes.
So many pretty rings.
So many pretty things. Yeah, the various, not mythological, astrological symbols. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, CB, there's a gorgeous dagger that has that inlay in it.
Yeah,
and you look at it and you're like, wow, that's not Korean.
That's not Korean. That's
Oh my
Germanic.
God.
It's got to be Germanic. Yeah.
And they agree on the tag. It's not. They didn't claim it as Korean.
So all of these are based on either originals in museums or in artwork. Now the problem within the 15th century, so most of these jewels are based on artwork because a lot of these belonged to the House of Burgundy, and Charles the Bold took them with him on campaign to the Battle of Nancy, and when he died and his entire camp was sacked, they got taken back to Switzerland, and eventually the gold got melted down, the gems got reset in other pieces, so we only know about these from the artwork, many of them. But you can see they're just beautiful. And you can see what one looks like in situ on my hood. Yes, this is the one that went missing. Some kind soul found it in the grass and returned it to Pennsic Lost and Found, and it has once more made its way home to me.
And the necklace is from them as well.
Yes, and the collar is as well. Now here at TLC Leather at Pennsic, and they vend it many other places too. Yes, yeah. You can purchase the bits for belts or whatever leather you want. They have the leather. They will assemble it right here for you as long as they don't have too many orders already on the table. But they've got a wide variety of leather, different grades, different colors, so you can get everything done right here.
You remember the project for the belt?
Yeah, the belt project. Yeah. The leather that's on the inside of this came from this very shop, in fact. And over here, you can see so many of their beautiful belt bits, right? So a combination of Armor and Castings, and we do not thank God they don't make ring belts. thank God. Thank God and the saints you don't make ring belts.
The new ones.
Yeah, so here you can see some of the new Armor and Castings pieces. Yeah.
I've so considered getting that for her, but then I'd have to make another belt.
Oh, what a shame that would be. Such a tough. So these, you all have heard me talk about demoscent belts. In fact, I've got one on under this.
Oh, you can't see.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, I guess you can.
Yes,
Oh,
you can see my demoscent, right? You can never have too many belts. So these are the Armor and Casting demoscent accessories and harness, as it was called in the 15th century.
Do you know a Cornelia? Who's red? Somebody red?
I'm Red.
So Cornelia T says, say hi to Red at TLC. So evidently somebody who knows you.
There's a Cornelia who knows you as Red, no less. And I can tell that you were once much redder in the hair than you are now. Yes.
Red's the hair I used to have.
I mean, I can still see it here. Like, that's the little peaks of red. Yeah, so aren't these
Do you vend at Lily's?
Yes.
So yes, they do vend at Lily's. Several of our people are like, I think I know them. I've bought from them.
Yeah, I can highly recommend this shop. They are good people.
Minnie Mouse.
And they make quality products.
I can never read Welsh. Cornelia. Bringulet. GW.
Bringwad. God, why is Welsh so hard?
Yeah. Bringwalad is the Austin, Texas area.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Ask me what they are.
Ask me what they are.
I don't know what they are, but I could ask you what they are.
So yeah, if you're here at Pennsic, come check out TLC Leathercraft. When do you guys close for this event?
When we get too tired to stay open.
No. I mean for good, for the end of the year.
Oh,
Last day of sale.
Friday afternoon.
Friday afternoon. They're open until Friday afternoon, or tonight until they get too tired to stay open.
Somebody from Kansas City says hello. They evidently bought a Viking strap in from you.
So, and what other major events do you have coming up at which you'll be vending
Bees.
items?
Did I miss the bees? Oh
War
yeah,
of the
those are
Rams,
adorable.
And then in the spring, golf
Golf Wars.
are the biggest other events.
Did you say Lord of the Rams? War of the Rams.
War of the
War of the Rams. So they will be at War of the Rams in the autumn-ish, and then you'll be at Golf Wars. Golf Wars in the spring for those who are familiar with those events. Otherwise, they have an online presence. So make sure to we like to show them because they like to, yeah.
If I do this, they can
Because you know
Check it
what?
out.
pause it
Yeah.
on the
Pen
replay.
mightier than the sword. Now you're getting into
Fantastic.
Sorry. We're gonna get out of the way. Of
Yes. Okay. We're gonna get out of the way of paying customers, other paying customers.
I'm just a
Thank you all.
pleasure as always.
Pleasure as always, sir. And out we go. Thank you. Okay. Over here we have a fine shoemaker. Some of you have heard me talk about boots by Bohemond. This is the Bohemond in question. My dear Sir Bohemond, may we share the fine wares of your shop with my community? I'm live streaming.
Do I put it on a phone? Yeah. It's absolutely no problem.
Because I always talk about your shoes, because on all my getting dressed videos, it's your shoes. And so I thought they might like to see them more than just the ones that I've worn holes through already.
I'll trade you. I will permit filming if I find out what he got to pack.
Yes, I will absolutely give you the contact for that Etsy vendor. Yeah, she's a Lithuanian felter. And I actually reached out to her and I said, can you make a beretta capitanesca? And she said, I've been wanting to, let me try. And this is what came out. And so she does sell them now. I think $90, not even that expensive. Yeah, hand felted. So I will absolutely do that for you, sir. Go ahead, give it a try. He's been sweating so much that it's stretched out a little bit. It might fit you better than him now.
Actually,
It does. It fits him better. Go ahead, show the beretta alla capitanesca.
Yeah, looks very noble.
Sitting there very regally and noble like in his chair. So do you not think so?
Awesome, man. This is awesome.
You're evidently so famous. I'm not sure they need to do anything here. Everybody's like, oh, I bought stuff from them. I bought stuff from them too. I bought a Bollock dagger.
I bought a Bollock dagger.
Let you go.
Yeah, so here there's a wide range of shoes from a variety of eras, everything. What's your earliest footwear? What'd you say?
Roman Carbantine.
Roman, and you go all the way up to late Tudor?
Yeah.
Late Tudor, right. So ancient Roman all the way up to late Tudor, and pretty much most periods represented in between. So, different ankle boots, knee boots, mid-calf boots, low-cut shoes. This is definitely more things we want to buy. This is my go-to place. And Sir Bohemond does custom work as well. Yeah. And if you want to have modern soles put on, they will do that for you. But of course, if you can just get the normal soles.
Chili's. Which is the October version.
What was the question?
Oh, if he was going to be at Lily's War.
Wasn't Lily's War behind us?
Yes, it is. But in October, they're having Chili's, which is they're trying to make it a big thing where they have the same site, same kind of format, but it's when it's not so hot.
What is that? What? That's
No,
that's a real thing. Okay.
Lily's to Chili's.
Lily's to Chili's.
At Calentier.
So if you are in Calentier, is it still in Nebraska? Where's the site these days?
So Haas Creates, you should be able to see him at Chili's.
Chili's, which is not a restaurant, it's actually an event that is a filk off of Lily's, which is in June when it's bloody hot and humid. And so they're going to try to be not bloody hot and humid in October, would you say? October. Second week in October. Look up Chili's on the Kingdom of Palantir's website or Facebook or whatever, Discord, wherever you will go and check that out. And you can come and buy shoes by trying them on and seeing if you like them in person with your eyes.
I'm wearing their shoes.
Yeah, I am too. And their patents. This is a complete Boots by Bohemond foot ensemble, as they say. Yeah. So come check out these Roman shoes. So many of you maybe don't know that in Roman wells, they actually find shoes, lots of shoes, and in ancient Roman middens. And their shoes are amazing and beautiful and complicated. And this is a replica of Roman carbatine. And I have a pair of these, and these are super comfortable, and I wear them modernly. Like, I don't even wear these for living history purposes. I just wear them because I like them and they're beautiful. Yeah, they even have some pouches here. So there's, leather items as well. These for the man who wants to carry everything, this ring pouch is really the way to go. Look at that, all those little mini pouches to keep things organized. Bigger part of the main pouch for your larger items, hangs from your belt. Yeah,
that's why I bought those rings, to try and make one of those.
Well, and I think you should, absolutely. Yeah, so check out all these shoes. Many of these are based on, or almost all of them are based on extant finds. So for instance, oh God, here I'm gonna butcher this word. Here's the Vlardingen Viking shoe, right? So it dates 800 to 1100. And I know that these have been found in bogs, at least in Ireland, right? So, the range on these is sort of Ireland to Poland, which shouldn't surprise everyone because the Norse were profligate settlers of all those regions, from Ireland all the way to Novgorod, right? And down to Constantinople. So they brought their material culture with them. This is another pair of shoes I would honestly buy and just wear like a modern person. These have really nice hard soles. They're hammered soles, so you could absolutely get away with wearing these just out and about. Yeah.
I just noticed Susan was back when I was scrolling.
Hi, Susan. Hi, Susan.
Welcome back.
Right.
You did not miss the glass.
And there's a bargain bin. They actually have this bargain bin here. I think this is their make an offer bin, maybe. I don't know. Are they? No, maybe these aren't. Maybe this isn't the make an offer bin. But look at. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. But yeah. They have some really, really sexy knee-high boots. Look at those. Those would be.
I got busy watching.
Those are very nice. Yeah. Yeah, they've got so many different options. So yeah, if you're looking for medieval shoes and you hear me talk about Boots by Bohemond, if you just want to do we have any comments or questions?
No, just bark.
Okay. Oh, great. Fantastic. So if you have any, historical shoe needs, make sure to check out the Boots by Bohemond website. Yeah. And you have to make sure to give Bohemond the contact for that Etsy artisan. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
See you later. Maybe, William, see you tomorrow? I have a class at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Dance Pavilion. Yeah.
Again, while we walk to the next one,
we are at Pennsic 52. This is the night market, which I guess that shows my current Asian leanings that I'm calling it a night market. It's known as Midnight Madness, and it's less maddening now than it was earlier because, it's actually getting late-ish, and people have actually moved on to other parties, interestingly. But Midnight Madness is the night when people come out en masse. The merchants all stay open later, vending their wares, some people offering specials. But as I said earlier, people who are making these things by hand, they can't really discount the items very much because they're already pretty much selling them at the margin of being able to actually make a living from it. And if you need underwear at Pennsic, there's a store that's dedicated to underwear, brays and undershirts from different eras. Let's go ahead and take a peek inside, right? So if you come here like we did and you didn't have enough clothing for your condottiero who suddenly is attending, then you can come to a place like this. These are chaussées. If you've ever heard people talk about chaussées, this is what they look like. And the ones that we have extents of, we find them in both linen and wool. And they're wearing these basically up to the 14th century, and then they get higher, and so that they're covering the buttocks, and then they join them eventually at the second half of the 15th century. So yeah.
Yeah, Niagara Falls, Canada is not that far. They were like stuff. Yeah, it is underwear.
Yep, underwear. We always talk about, I'm always talking about linen undershirts, right? And these are all men's undershirts here.
Evidently, they're famous. Some of your people are like, oh, I bought from them.
This is a very voluminous replica of the Saint Louis undershirt, which is in Notre Dame de Paris in the treasury, the cathedral treasury. Thankfully, when the cathedral caught on fire, this was not damaged. Yeah. Good evening. Are you modeling, sir?
Yes.
Yes, he is. This is our sexy underwear model for the night, ladies and gentlemen. Look, full underwear. We've got the breeches. We've got the shirt. He's got his chausses rolled down sexily and gartered below his knees. Chef's kiss. And of course, a sexy coif, just to complete the complete
I
look.
moved over already. There's the coif.
This handsome lady is not completely in underwear, but she's working towards it. She has her smock on, and she's wearing a charming, I just love that tiny little apron with its adorable, with the two petticoats, and look at those cute little bias cut wool hosen, linen stockings, and of course her head is appropriately covered in a very sexy halba turban combination. Fantastic. So if you need underwear and you happen to be at Pennsic, that we've
Online presence?
I do.
Of course.
Do you have a card?
I do. This is Underwear's Historical. We sell linen and wool undergarments, and for the most part, outerwear is by custom order only. Our real focus is on undergarments.
Undergarments,
we have
right.
shifts for ladies in 3 different styles right now. We're working on building our stock for immediate shipment, but if there's anything that you're looking for, I can make anything. So, but really, it's on the undergarments. We make it so you don't have to.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so they can focus on the pretty outer layers,
Exactly.
right?
That's exactly the focus we're
I'm corner of Mischief. I do all the woodwork.
So
Fantastic.
All of these wood chairs that you see, these are his things.
Ah, so did you also do the chest back there? That is a larder. Is that a larder chest? Is that an ice chest? Yeah.
Oh, that's a chest.
Yeah. It's like ours, handsome. I love the swing back settles. They're just fantastic.
Well, this is the warming bench. It flips.
Yep.
So this was made out of my scrap. Everything
Nice.
that wasn't wide enough or long enough, and I wanted to make a pattern, so this is my pattern.
Yeah, my ex-husband actually made one. We lived in Germany, and so we went to the Berlin Museum of Angewandte Kunst, where they have one. 2005.
So this year I added in the Italian armchair.
Nice.
With the Glastonbury base.
Right,
You know,
which is
the
beautiful.
English rob everybody.
Well, I mean, when you're an isolated island, how else are you going to get innovation?
And then the next evolution is the Italian box chair.
Oh, work in progress. And what is the work in progress part? As in,
Because it's not assembled yet, it's going to get carved and painted.
I see. Okay. So it's not that you're testing it; it's just that you're getting the final layers of decoration, right? And what is this? What I have not.
It's poplar.
Right. Oh, I love poplar.
And so
so
one of the
silky.
reasons it's a work in progress is because I haven't glued the pins in.
Ah, right.
And-
So is this designed to come apart and
Yes.
flat pat? Right.
So it basically comes apart. You have a box.
Do not pet the tarantula. That's fun.
Everybody's looking in, so you got to make.
You've got to do something, right?
So you see how I have the pins. You can pull the pins, and then you just have a box.
Right. Fantastic. And is this based on an extant piece?
Yes, this is based on a piece that is at the Met that was made in 1368.
Ah, right. Is it in the cloisters or the main Met? Do you know?
It's in storage.
Is it? Of course it is. Right. Yeah. Damn the Met for having such a sizable collection that it's not all out there for us to see. But sometimes you find like these black and white pictures that they took back in like 1910,
54.
right, or 54, and you're like, why have I've been there 20 million times. Why haven't I seen this thing? Because it hasn't been out since they took a
And then
picture
I
of
did
it.
the armless Savannah roller.
Yeah, the Savonarola chairs. I love these. They're just so elegant. Wow, that takes some skill. So did you steam bend this?
No, it's actually flat.
Okay. I mean, still beautiful.
Thank you.
Have you played with steam bending at all? And what are your thoughts on it?
So to get the as extreme curves that I do, it just cracks.
It just cracks, right?
if you look at the ones in period, they have very little curve.
Right.
And everybody now wants the big sexy curve.
Of course they do.
So I have to cut.
Bigger, better, more bigger curves.
And well, we are all pretty curvy.
Yeah. Well,
So
I mean,
I make in the Savonarola's, I make 3 different widths.
Ah,
I
right.
make a narrow, a wide, and an extra wide.
and yeah, that makes sense because yeah, the originals, you're right, are
Actually, the ones at the National Art Museum in DC, they have 2 sizes. They have a little narrow one, and then they have one that's massive.
I've only ever seen the narrow ones. That's interesting.
Yes.
At the National Gallery?
National Gallery in DC.
All right.
If you go in the, I can't even think of the room at the moment, but it's 2nd floor.
Right. I'll have to go back. It's been a while since I've been to the National Gallery, actually. They probably maybe put new things out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they change things out.
Right.
I got in trouble for playing with those chairs.
I bet you did. But chairs like that deserve to be sat, and it's sad. Hello, Anne. So yeah, if you want braids, they even have braids sized for ladies, and of course this is going to bring us back. This is going to bring us back to the argument about women wearing underpants. See my video for that. And yeah, so historical underwears, right? Yeah,
Yep.
underwear is historical. Yes. Highly recommended. We have several of their products. And you can apparently buy gorgeous furniture here. I honestly thought the furniture was decorative, like a dummy. I'm like, oh, they've such beautiful, what a nice thing to be able to sit down and look at underwear and ponder what it is you want to buy. No, you can actually buy beautiful wooden furniture, which is rare because so many people aren't selling it anymore, right? Yeah. How is it you're managing? Because I know one of the things people keep telling me is we don't sell the furniture anymore because it's heavy and the gas is too expensive and that sort of thing.
I started making in 2001. I don't know any better.
Got it. Understood. Yeah.
Fair.
Fair enough. Well, maybe next year I'll be buying some more wooden furniture. Thank you all so much. This has been fantastic.
Credit card, right?
I do. I still have my credit card. And if you're looking for fine furniture,
Yeah, let me do it.
oh yeah, I've got to let the cameraman handle it. I'm just the face. I don't do the technical stuff.
See, this way they can pause it and get the info when they need to.
And corner of mischief for the furniture, underwear is historical for the soft things. Thank you both so much.
Thank you again.
Yeah, that was it was super great of you. Thankfully, we were able to return yours and fun. And I don't know, you probably don't follow me, but this fell off of my neck. There was tied to a silk cord around my neck, and it fell off into the grass. It vanished. I thought it was gone, and it turned up at Lost and Found.
So happy.
Super, yeah. I was shocked because the grass. You maybe noticed it didn't mow before we got here, and no, right. And so the grass was, and I thought, forget it. It's archaeologists are going to find it in 1,000 years, but lo and behold, it's back. So
happy.
we've gotten luck on the lost stuff. Yeah. Good night, everyone. Okay, moving out and along. Yep. Underwears, historical undergarments.
Tell Susan we're going to glass.
Susan, we're going to Historic Glassworks, and I will, of course, last 15 minutes. I saw your beautiful birds.
Oh, thank you.
Over at Cosmetica Obscura.
Thank you.
That is so sweet. So you were able to just file the tip off to get it to open up?
Sure.
And-
A little rough, like any rough stone.
Oh, sorry. First off, we're live streaming. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
fine.
Okay. Great.
Then I would tell you nothing. No, to open the birds, you would just score it and snap it.
So, and it doesn't ruin. It doesn't like shatter the glass or anything like that.
Because of the diameter of it, no.
Oh,
You just
fantastic.
want to make sure. I mean, it's the mechanic of how it works.
Right. So what are your thoughts on like? Is it supposed to show off the skill of the glass blower that they can create this thing, fill it with liquid, and then magically seal it up?
I don't think so. I think that it's the glass, the plastic of Rome.
Right.
So you've got souvenir cups, you've got windows, either end of the empire. It
Right.
really is very, very common. I think it's a disposable, my opinion.
Right,
is that
yeah.
It's a disposable container, like we would have disposable containers.
So it's not because of course in the Middle Ages glass becomes the luxury item.
It does.
So what's the difference, do you think? Is it just the material's just more accessible?
I think it's a reflection of a culture's infrastructure. So you've
right.
got roads, industry, shipping,
Right.
and Rome's got that, like lockdown, trade.
Right.
They have
Right.
it easy. So so everything's just being traded and distributed very smoothly. being
Glass requires high quality fuel.
well, not even that. Just they're melting it in North Africa and then shipping ingots to various sites, which then make the product for
Okay.
the different sites where they're doing it. So you're eliminating delicate shipping and all those sort of things. And then once you have the Middle Ages, it's a little more
Right, it's
dicey.
a little-
During the Dark Ages, it's
Right,
just
it's a little more cottage craft, and so you no longer have the scale
Sure.
to make it cheap in it.
especially during the Dark Ages. Then Europe begins to repair itself.
Right.
In terms of shipping and infrastructure and that sort of thing. I think.
Yeah, because you're right. There's so many. Did you know we have ancient Roman glass in Korea from the 5th and 6th centuries in tombs?
Yes.
Yeah, right. Like we go and visit it on a regular basis, right? And it's like that. You think it comes from Constantinople, basically, all the way to as far east as you can go before you run out of continent.
Sure.
And it makes it, and it lasts. It's in the tombs. They open the tombs, and the only thing that's actually whole in the tombs is the glass.
Wow.
Everything else is, kind of disintegrated and crushed and whatever.
There's some, in China as well. And
Yeah, I
so
believe that.
you obviously see the trade route, the Silk Road is going both directions.
Right, going both directions. Yeah, it's pretty fascinating. Yeah, we saw your beautiful birds over there.
Oh, thanks.
And yeah, we were talking to Cosmetico Score, and they are just so gorgeous.
And we're really quite pleased with with it.
I mean, how hard is it to shape something like that? Like, I mean, it's because it's amazing. Like, to me, I'm like, this is magic. How do you shape something like that?
It's just figuring out the trick and then doing it. And then once we started filling them and the actual shapes of them became a little, to me, as a mass-produced item, like,
Right.
oh, this is easier to fill and deal with this shape. It's a little different than this bird. This shape's a little bit different.
Right.
So that would be quicker to deal with, which is interesting in terms of how to, everything's, in terms of economics.
Right.
So if they're disposable, I mean, there's that mountain of olive oil jugs.
Right.
In
Yeah.
the middle of Rome.
No, you're right. And you look in their middens, and you're like, you threw what away? And it's only a little bit
by
used.
comparison, our butter containers would be magic.
Right. Yeah.
You could bounce it off the ground and the lid snaps right on. They'd be like, oh,
Yeah, right.
witchcraft.
Oh my God, yeah.
So they think nothing more of it than we would.
Yeah, that's
throwing away a plastic container. So that's why I say it's kind of the plastic of Rome.
Right. Yeah. No, it's like horn is the plastic of the Middle Ages, basically.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
Horn and
absolutely,
pottery.
absolutely.
Yeah. Wow. Would you mind if we go into the shop
By
and
all
share
means.
because people have been begging us to come
Oh,
and show
absolutely.
you historical.
We got, Roman wares in this section over
Right.
here.
Got it.
Decorative craft over there.
Right.
Everyone's got people back home.
Duh, everyone does. Yep.
Bracelets to go back to at least we've documented them all the way back to Rome.
Right,
The style in
right.
which I make them.
Right.
It's a little bit unusual for that early period, but
Right.
very common for Russian, say Novgorod.
Oh,
they
right,
had
right.
3,500 shards of bracelets.
Jesus.
It's
So clearly
massive.
a common item,
Yes, really
right?
common in that area. Yellow being significant. Medallions, peerage medallions, and Roman medallions, based on Athenian drachmas and other coins.
So do we actually find medallions like this in glass, or is this a conceit because you can?
Both.
Yes.
You find smaller ones, which are called filari, which are used for parade dress.
Ah, okay.
There's a Medusa, that is the actual size of the Medusa, but it would be in a silver fitting
Ah,
without
okay.
the little hook. These are the Bacanti girls, which would be on the base of a
Nice.
jug, but we had the actual stamp for that, so I decided to make some little medallions
That's
out
really
of that.
fantastic. Wow.
Anglo-Saxon over here. So that would be your 5th through 9th century.
Right.
Say.
Yeah, which, you look at some of this glassware and you think, this is, this looks like something you could buy at IKEA, for instance. It's like,
Sure,
it's got
sure.
that modern look to it.
But they're ridiculously well executed. They're very, very thin.
Right.
So even though we're talking about the Dark Ages, there's a virtuosity to their craftsmanship.
Right.
That is.
You used to have a
Brain-breaking.
cup there it is, right? This is the period thinness
Yes.
jar, right? So yeah. So,
Careful, please.
yes, of course. So, no, I'm just going to, really?
Pick a piece out.
Yeah.
And it can be up to 0.5 millimeters thick.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Or thin.
We're thin, and
Yeah.
you can flex it a bit.
See how thin this is compared to, what, obviously you are able to blow it that thin, but it's not practical.
Well, that's part of the.
yeah.
There's a cup called the Aldemandini beaker, and it is a painted cup, but it is 0.5 millimeters thick.
I think I've seen it. It's
And so it's got
remarkable.
the 3 armorial shields on
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Very
yeah.
classic medieval painted
Yeah,
cup.
it's gorgeous.
But part of the interesting thing about it is its visual weight.
Right.
Because it's painted, it looks like it has mass.
Right.
But when you pick it up, it's
Shockingly
feather-light.
light,
You can,
right.
you can bend it, and it clinks like a plastic party cup.
Really?
Just clack. There's no ring to it at all. It's just so
Wow.
thin.
Wow. Was a lot of glass in this era that thin?
A lot, yes.
Yeah, a lot of it. Yeah.
A fair amount was. I mean, it really, you know, especially in the Anglo-Saxon work is crazy thin. The Roman work is crazy thin.
Wow.
You know, that's just, you know, faster, hotter, more better, thinner.
Right. And so you obviously have blown it that thin.
Yes.
Is it significantly harder than the thicker to get it to actually?
No, it just takes, you know, it's like cooking.
Right.
Certain things you have to have a certain rhythm.
Right. And a certain
And
finesse
it's gotta
for.
be on the beat.
Right.
You know, and like, you know, it's like if you get it right, then it's perfect.
Wow.
And if you don't, then you don't.
And then-
You do it a bunch of times, you start over, and it's like burnt toast.
Right.
Sometimes,
There's no one doing it.
yes, you can scrape it all day. It's still going to be burnt toast.
That's right.
right?
Still going to be burnt toast. My God.
So
So
that's
what's
how I explain when projects go to that point.
yeah, it's just
Better
Make-
to start over.
just give up, walk away, just try another day. So is there a favorite piece you have in your shop?
Well, right now right now it would be the perfume birds.
Oh yeah, they're pretty.
Usually it's the new thing.
It's
you
the
make,
new right, the
Whatever
new
you-
exciting thing, right? Yeah.
Exactly. I do like some of the 15th century wares that we made for the movie The King.
Ah, right. Yeah. So I did. I don't think I remember.
Very hard edge 15th century reproduction work for the movie The King.
Right.
Those would be like wine decanters. That had a crazy little
Yes, I'll
trick
get
about
the
that.
business card in a moment.
They want to know if they can purchase from you online.
Well, there's not a lot of purchasing online. Most of it's done direct retail.
Right.
We have an Etsy, but it's not. To be perfectly honest, we're on the road so much, traveling to Europe for experimental archaeology, that it's really difficult to manage it
Right.
with the constraints that they want on getting back to people and
Right.
getting things shipped out. So we really don't do a lot of work with Etsy,
Right.
just because it's hard to keep up with.
Right,
Usually we
right.
stockpile it for historical events.
Right.
And if you were to go to see me at a Renaissance Festival, we do the Georgia Renaissance Festival,
Right.
Deerfield Beach in Florida, Pittsburgh. But then we're in Germany, Belgium, England,
Right.
like 3 or 4 times a year. And then this whole shop would be flipped.
Right.
There would be a small section of historical work,
Right. Oh,
and then we would have all decorative craft.
really
For the most
interesting.
part,
Right. Oh, interesting.
You know, so whereas not everybody wants an Italian lion head stemmed beaker.
Then they
from
have
the
no.
15th century.
Then they have no taste, sir.
Fair
They have
enough.
no taste.
However,
No,
I
I-
will make one in uranium, and then they will love it.
Oh God, that terrifies me. So yeah. So I see your uranium glass. So this is not vintage. This is glass you've made.
Yes, correct. We did try and upcycle some really damaged uranium wares, and that was successful. But to have any volume that was compatible, there's too many factories, too many formulas.
Right.
They're not adding colors to it. Not that I do, because I think it stands alone with the decorative
It really
patterns.
does.
But I couldn't get any real volume, so I've had to find a source where I could write a ridiculous check and then get a pallet of uranium glass. So
what is uranium glass? Because everyone is thinking, why am I standing so close to it? I guarantee you.
uranium glass is using depleted uranium oxide
Okay.
as a coloring agent, and you really don't see it being used until the late 19th century.
Right,
With
right.
French, and then they don't really care that it fluoresces.
Right.
They just like the color.
They like the color.
And this is 1%. You could find glass that's up to 10% with the late 1800s,
Right.
19th century French glass. But this is a much more stable glass formula. It's only reading about 65 to 70 clicks a minute.
Right.
Whereas your phone would be 50.
Right.
A plane would be close to that. An
Right.
airplane.
Yeah, because you're up in the
Walking around
higher
in a
atmosphere.
really bright sunny days, like between 15 and 20.
Right. So it's not even though everyone is thinking, oh my God, it's not an issue.
Thank you for the show, Master.
Oh, you're welcome, my good friend. Good to see you tonight.
Yeah. So
So-
you've actually made some of these in historical inspired forms.
Well,
I feel like.
I really like the forms, the way it fluoresces. It's really accenting.
Right. It
the
really
form.
does. Yeah, it does.
And I want to make things that if you are a fan of uranium glass, you're not going to find these shapes
Right, no.
at a antiques market.
Right.
You know, it's certainly not at a flea market.
No.
Some of them are classic. Like you might find this kind of shape, you know, an Italian type shape
Right.
or Roman type shapes, but you might not find Anglo-Saxon beakers or early American lily pad creamers.
Right. Yeah, no, you're right.
So I really like to make things that would accent someone's collection.
Right. So do they only fluoresce under blue light, or do they fluoresce in normal light as well?
Black light.
Black light, yeah.
They'll fluoresce under black light. It's fluorescent.
Right.
Whereas I do have some glass that is phosphorescent, which will actually glow in the dark.
Oh, wow.
So it'll be the most fun or the saddest glass you own as you drink by yourself in the dark. No.
Oh, wow.
I'll show you.
Here's the birdies. Gosh, the birdies are so pretty. Those birdies are so beautiful.
Most people notice like more, but
I'm going to show you glow in the dark. God, those birdies are beautiful.
But I need to know. I just want to double check what you want. Sign on.
Oh, come on, in one moment. I'll tell you that. We just copy that.
No, I remember you're telling me about it.
Yeah, that's because, for their wares. Yeah. Any questions, anyone?
Everybody wants a bird now.
Everyone wants a bird now.
Sorry.
Yes, no,
This
absolutely.
would be using
Wow.
phosphorescent materials.
Wow. So it will charge up in light and then it will glow on its own,
Absolutely.
right?
So we can just charge this up for a couple of seconds and really.
Oh wow, look at that. That's crazy already.
Oh, you don't even need to hide it.
No,
It
it's
shows
wow.
huge on the phone.
So yeah, for those of you who want to drink alone and be sad in the dark.
Well, when you're friends in the dark.
I mean, I guess you don't have to, but you can actually watch the charge fading away too.
Roman folded foot beaker. Also that glows in the dark. We've done this for quite a few years. Uranium is relatively new because I really like the color. The glass handles beautifully. This is awfully fun. I have enjoyed making very hard-edged shapes and historical pieces. Then I make it glow in the dark because I can.
Yes, I mean, why
That'll
not?
be the creative part.
Exactly. Why not? I say.
Yes.
The birds are not refillable, I don't think. Or can you refill them and just close the glass?
You could.
Huh.
I mean, you could also
Wow.
stopper it with a little bit of
Look at
wax. There are other ways of going about.
How did you get the liquid into the bird?
That's a story for an ANS
I understand.
exhibition.
I understand. It's
I was wondering about that as well.
to me it's magical.
It is really good.
I don't like a magician doesn't reveal his trick.
No, absolutely. You know what?
yet.
And that's fine. You all have to wait to hear that story. So wow, yeah. So for people, if you'd like to buy historical glasswares, you have to. Well, generally, basically, have to find them at a fair near you. But it looks like you get around pretty far. Do you get to the West Coast at all?
No. We went out to the West Coast to Great Western War once, and we only travel out that way. Usually, I'm pretty much the East Coast.
Right.
I mean, if you see a picture of something and someone sends it to you, we have it in inventory. We can sell it to you online and then
Right.
ship it out to you as time allows. You know,
Right.
I like to be honest about when I can ship things out. I don't
Right.
want to promise something and not be able to deliver in a timely fashion.
Right.
So, sometimes if you see something, you can always reach out to us, via, email and just, open discussion about what it is that you want.
Right.
I'm always open to doing interesting things like the alchemy equipment.
Right,
Love
which is
making
fantastic.
Tools, various alchemy equipment, and there's a gentleman named. He was a professor named Justin Sledge, and he specializes in esoterica.
Right.
So he did a medieval medical tincture.
Oh, nice.
Using one of the alchemical equipment.
Nice.
Really, really great guy, very knowledgeable. And so it's nice to make tools that people can collaborate on. Like with the
Cosmetic
perfume.
Obscura. Yeah, that's pretty.
So I
That's pretty
really enjoyed
splendid. I love them. They're so beautiful. You did such a brilliant job on them.
Well, thank you.
I mean, really, it's a really art. Yeah, when people saw them yesterday, when we did the tour with them, everyone was like, "I want a glass bird. Where do I get a glass bird?"
We only have a couple of them, and we're really still
figuring that out.
researching I got the bird part down,
Right.
but we really want to make sure that we figure out the contents
Right.
within residue that was used
Right.
in the originals.
Right.
And so we're really close to that, but we want to figure out the binding agent so it doesn't precipitate out.
Right.
Are they using it for a cosmetic that also makes the skin? Do we want
Right.
to add more of this, more of that?
Right.
So there's a lot more research to do to kind of figure out the context
Right.
of
The
the
entire
contents.
thing. Yeah, right.
So that'll be fun to figure out over time.
It would be so great if someone just stumbled across some like textual resource that, or some chronicler who just casually mentions it and discuss, the glass birds that the women are buying these days for perfume or for
Exactly.
right, something that helps inform that. I always talk about the triad of recreation is documentary, iconographic, and archaeological.
Sure.
Right? When you can get those three, then it's like, whoa.
Armor and castings is where the necklace is sold.
Oh, everyone keeps asking about the collar. Yeah. So maybe, who knows? Maybe now that you've started recreating these, it might trigger other people to start looking into their own areas of expertise and talking about. Well, I actually read in Suetonius this reference, and then that comes in and answers.
That's one of the things I do enjoy. I mean, I realize that we need to go and try and approach practical modern experts
Right.
in that field.
Yeah.
Because they very well might have the answer.
Right. They'd be like, oh yeah,
bird
we
to
know
me,
about these birds.
I look
Yeah.
at the bird as a glass blowing craftsman. I'm like,
Right.
oh yeah, okay, fine. I'll take this bird. But to somebody who's in academia, it's just voodoo.
Right. Yeah.
Absolute,
Yeah, like the
mysticism.
like the actual making of it, but they might actually have read about references to them,
Sure.
stored it off in their memory, never thought a second thing about it, and then here you are. You just need to marry those two, the hands-on approach with the theoretical
Well,
knowledge.
that's the nice thing about working at the museums in Europe,
Right.
at the archaeological museums.
Yeah.
We work at Villa Borg
Right.
in Germany, wonderful reconstructed Roman villa.
Yeah.
And we have a reconstructed Roman glass furnace, and we do demonstrations there.
Right.
Belzica.
Yeah, which is a fantastic opportunity.
Yeah, Belzica in Belgium.
Belgium, yeah.
And we do there, and then I work at project workshops in England with the glass makers, Mark Taylor and David Hill, who are just phenomenal, have zero interest in it being ish or kind of sort of.
Right. No, of course they're British, of
They're
course.
just so hard edge, and
Yeah,
I just
they are.
love them. They keep me honest, and they make me want to do it better.
Yeah,
They really do.
that's so British for you, an actor.
They're just the best. They're the best.
Well, everyone, if you want some of these wares, as you said, as we found out, if you see something, reach out to Historical Glassworks and they will see about getting it to you. Just don't expect the usual instant turnaround time that you might see with other vendors. But for good glass, it's worth the wait, I'll be
Thanks
honest.
so much. Appreciate it.
So yeah, I'm gonna go look at your King stuff now, and because those decanters are just so gorgeous. They're business card.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Pretty good. Like I talked to the dude.
The birdies.
Absolutely.
The beautiful birdies. Yeah, so people, here's the business card, everyone.
Want me to put this down? Sorry.
Okay, everyone. Are there anything pieces you would like to see in particular? Let me know. I'm gonna go over here to the King stuff. I'm gonna go drool over the 15th century corner. Yeah, so for those who don't know, Master Ali actually did the glassware. They made real medieval glassware, 15th century glassware for the movie The King. So the clothing may have been like completely off in the movie, but the glassware was correct. How ironic is that? So look at these beautiful decanters. So remember, in 15th century practice, you would have a match set. One would be for wine, one would be for water, and then you would mix them half and half at least in an actual cup. So yeah, I definitely think we need this. Yes, questions.
Susan, I believe it was, asked if there's perfume bottles that they sold here.
I didn't see any perfume bottles, which is interesting because ancient Rome was famous for its perfume bottles.
We can talk about these too.
Yeah.
Somebody else asked if there's any glass orbs. There are on the far side,
Yes.
way over there.
Orbs?
Orbs. Yeah.
Really?
If you have any other questions, please feel free to grab me. I'm happy to.
Someone was asking if you have any glass perfume bottles.
Yes. Like modern
Or
contemporary style?
or historic,
I
probably
mean, you
historic.
could make stoppers for some of these historical
Right,
bottles.
right, and just
Um,
then they could be used for perfume. Yeah,
Like this would be this might be a perfume bottle, Roman, but in terms of modern perfume bottles, I do make them from time to time.
Right.
Or I could certainly use a historical container
Right.
and then fashion hopefully like a matching stopper.
Right.
It's very unusual to see stoppers, especially glass ones.
Right.
Um,
intact with it.
unless the archaeologist decides to cobble them together. Honestly, like, oh, these looks like they're great together.
Right, yeah, like armor.
It happens.
Yeah,
It's obviously
just like armor. So some of these beautiful little bottles could hypothetically have contained perfume. This is so cute. What is this?
I mean, there's literally a Roman. These are called unguentarium, which is literally unguents of all kinds.
Right. So yeah.
That
So
would
you
be a
know.
coal bottle,
Right.
and then we have a little coal, little paddle
Applicator.
Applicator.
Oh, nice.
They have those really nice applicators down at the perfume.
They do, and someone in my stream said, "I want that." So do you know why it was two-sided?
I do not.
That is very interesting. I wonder if you put. I wonder if like the coal pigment goes in one, and then the binder goes in the other, and then you mix it yourself.
I don't know, but some of them are very elaborate up top with lots of bit work and just really
It's like
elaborate.
it's like an exercise in excess just because.
Yeah, I can't see how it doesn't get in the way of getting it out. But
Right.
maybe it's ornamental at that point.
Right. It's like you're not supposed to use this. So this is all ancient Roman over here.
Yeah, first through fourth century.
Yeah. These.
First century tends to be really crisp, and mold-blown glass tends to be dominant in first and second century, they say.
I mean, these are just so.
They are beautiful.
They're so beautiful.
Now, some of these are actually made at the wood-fired furnaces at the experimental archaeology sites. So these are made with Roman glass formulas
Wow.
at a Roman furnace in, I guess, Britannia or Germania.
So yeah.
How
So
you wanna do it.
here we have Roman furnace, Roman materials in an ancient Roman site, living history site reconstructed.
Made in the Roman way.
Yeah, made in the Roman way. So is there a difference? Have you noticed a difference in the glass between using the modern furnace
Not
and
dramatically.
right?
No. It's a little shorter, but modern glass right now is going through sort of a flux that even before the.
This beautiful piece. It's so beautiful.
They're all like, I want all the things.
Well, make sure you can always send us a screenshot of the thing, and if we've got it, we'll send it to you. Happy to use it. That's a
These little inkwells. Wow. So this is an ancient Roman inkwell.
Correct.
Wow. That is. I would never have guessed. You know, if I just casually pass this by, I would never say ancient Roman. It's so contemporary. I mean, as contemporary as any inkwell can be, I guess.
Absolutely. No, I mean, yeah, right, exactly. But yeah, you'll find a lot of the forms just continue on. You'll see Art Deco things with classic.
Right.
Look at the stuff. Should I keep like moving the camera to the wrong spot?
I mean, who doesn't want a set of these bottles for God knows what? I mean, it doesn't matter. So especially these ones that are clearly not meant to stand on their own. Do you know, were stands ever found with them? How were they
That's
doing?
an excellent question. I really can't answer.
Right, no, that's fine. That's fine. It's always a bit of a mystery, like amphora. You know, they found amphora stands, and this is almost like a mini like glass amphora. So it just needs its own little. But I mean, you can see actually it sits perfectly well on the table.
Imagine a little
Yeah.
rack of them would be adorable.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Wonderful.
Oh my goodness, you just have such beautiful work always, and I definitely think I might come. I have to think on it, but I definitely those optical twist decanters that are matched, they need to come home with me.
Well, I'm going to throw out a request, if I may.
Yes, absolutely.
I have some very, very strong interest in people who are experts in historical textiles.
Yes,
Because I have some serious questions to ask, so if you want to reach out to me.
I'm happy to consult.
I would love to meet up with you and talk more about that.
Yes,
It's
absolutely.
going to be about Roman, I don't know, what would you call them? Like historical old wives' tales. And
yeah.
I want to find the extant examples. Like, you might hear about glass moving over time.
Right. Yeah.
Well, there would be no Roman glass if glass moved that much over time.
That's actually a valid
So
point.
It's really an old wives' tale.
Right.
Whereas you make a rondelle, you cut it up, you're going to have thick and thin spots.
Right.
It's not nearly as cool as thinking that it moves over time. But you go to any historical site, they're like, the glass moves over time, that's why it's thicker at the bottom.
Right.
I
I believe that right up until this moment.
I ruined it.
You ruined
I
now
ruined it.
my poor viewers, their dreams have been shattered.
Oh, no.
So what is my grandmother lived in a 200-year-old house with leaded windows, right? Leaded
Right.
glass windows. And so of course there were, it was
Uneven?
uneven, and it had like a watery effect, not that it was running, but like
Absolutely,
you were
no.
looking through water.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's preferred for stained glass because
Right.
it will refract light very differently than modern float glass.
And that's just because of varying thicknesses. It's got
Normally, when you make most window glass, you're making rondelles. Hope I'm not boring everyone to tears.
Oh no, this is what my people love. Not even a little bit.
So,
Nothing you've said is boring today.
this would be a simple rondelle, a round disc, and you see like small discs about like this size being used in the Roman Sistine Chapel.
Right, yeah.
There's a giant
yeah.
window
Yeah,
of them.
yep.
Classic Dutch-German.
Yeah, absolutely. And
architecture.
end of the 15th century, you start seeing these
You see
appearing
it
in mass.
everywhere,
Yeah.
Right. So, but to do the stained glass of the Gothic cathedral era, you would make rondelles. Now, if you're making small ones, it's not so hard to get it even. You can
Right.
run your fingers along that.
Right.
You can feel the waviness of the glass.
Right. Yeah. And especially in the center, it's thicker than on the outer part.
Exactly.
Right.
So
right.
what you're seeing is larger rondelles, usually up to like 12 inches in
Right.
diameter for the medieval Gothic period.
Right.
And then later, much larger rondelles.
Right.
Being spun out, and it's a bowl. It's a bubble. It's a bowl that's being spun out. So the outside edges are obviously going to get thinner as they stretch wider.
Right.
And then when you go to cut that into squares,
Right.
you're going to get thicker corners.
Thicker corners.
Typically, or a thicker bottom,
Right.
depending on where in the circle you're cutting it out of.
Interesting.
And that's a very common way that a lot of the glass was made
Right.
for window glass.
How on earth do you cut glass? I mean, do you cut it while it's still warm, or when it's
You cut it
completely
when it's
cool?
cold, you
When it's
score
cold.
it with a usually a hard stone, sapphire,
Right.
rubies, hard stones,
Right.
or diamond, or just you're scoring it and you're creating a scratch, and then you take a hot. Has anyone ever seen an old plumber's welding?
Right.
It's like a giant heat sink.
Yeah.
Like this
Yeah.
old welding rod.
Right.
For soldering.
Right.
Soldering rod.
Right, a soldering rod,
It
yep.
looks very, very similar to that. We did it over when I had a gentleman named Kenneth Leap
Mm-hmm.
in the studio. We did a stained glass window where I made the glass on site.
Right.
We cut it. And
Wow.
you literally take this heated soldering rod.
Right.
It looks just like it. And you literally start the crack.
Right.
And you just drive it forward with the heat.
Wow.
And you can
So-
turn it,
so-
you can move the crack. It's amazing.
Wow.
It's a very simple technology
Right.
that works really well.
And so nothing cracks. I mean,
it cracks on purpose.
right, but not where you're not shattering the
Yeah,
glass
you're not
by
setting
doing
yeah,
it,
no
right?
catastrophic failure.
Right.
I mean, if you do, burnt toast.
Yeah.
Off you go. So don't.
Can you remelt it?
You can remelt the glass.
Yeah.
But you can't really fuse it together.
No, that's what I mean. You could reuse the material to make more,
Correct.
but there's no.
Certainly, unless some of these glasses are very heat specific. Let's say the copper ruby of the Gothic cathedrals.
Right.
The more times you heat it, and that's actually really important when you're making it in the first place, because you're going to paint it,
Right.
or stain it,
Right.
and then you're going to fire it,
Right.
And so some of them you can only fire once or twice, depending on how dark they already are. They get darker and darker and darker, and then eventually they get like blackish, and then they go like sort of a really bad terracotta color.
Really?
Yeah, that's ugly.
Wow.
I mean, terracotta can be beautiful.
Right.
This is not one of those colors.
This is-
It's muddy. It's like, ooh. Yeah, I mean, if it's not what you set out for, then it's ugly. If it's what you set out for,
Then it's
beautiful.
great, right?
Yeah. But so certain colors are very heat reactive.
Right.
That's why a lot of the glass of the early 20th century
Mm-hmm.
is just trash, like amberina, jadeite, all of these 1940s through 1960s colors that are,
Right.
that orangey, yellow,
Yeah,
red.
they're pretty awful.
Yeah, but you're going to find out that that was a magical time for glass chemistry and like men working with machine.
Right.
It was like golden.
Right.
But it's too close to home.
Right.
It's too much. It's too much like great grandma stuff.
Right,
So now it's,
right. Yeah.
No, that old thing. I can find that at a thrift store.
Yeah.
No, not for long.
Not for long, yeah. Just like cast iron. Everyone's now discovered cast iron.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
the mold making process that they were using, the molds are just amazing on that pressed glass.
So you
It's
can,
just
so
amazing.
not just blown glass, but there's also molded glass.
Oh yeah, well that's what got me interested in modern. Not to, again talking your ear off.
No.
In modern,
Yeah.
by doing mold blown circus speakers, the gladiators.
Look at those.
Date
Wow.
bottles.
I never even thought that was a thing. So you blow it and then you apply a mold to it?
You blow it into the mold.
You blow it into the mold. That's
Some of
wow,
them
of course.
bronze.
Duh, of course you do. Yeah, I have actually seen this. Where the original of this?
That's a Janus bottle.
Where
And
I've been to Zalborg. Was it? Did they have one in the Zalborg? Maybe.
would not be horribly uncommon in a lot of museums.
Yeah.
A lot of these things are not, they're mass producing them like anything.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. The plastic of the ancient Roman world.
Yep.
We're at 2%, unfortunately.
Okay, so
sorry.
well, I'll keep talking to you, but I'm going to say goodbye to them before they think the world has ended. Thank you all for joining us here. Master Ali, thank you so much.
You're quite welcome. Awesome stuff.
Yeah, this has been fantastic. Everyone, shop at all the artisans we've discussed. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments. I will get to them. Tomorrow, I'm going to give you a tour of my pavilion, and I also hope to do a live getting dressed in the morning with Lady in Waiting, with Damsel. So see you all tomorrow. Have a lovely evening. Stay creative, everyone.